Inquisitor. The workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you. Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King. Really?
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
We should be wary of raw lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Dwarves cannot dream, yet they devise the most fascinating inventions.
Not all ideas come from the Fade.
True, but these designs must be inspired by something.
Necessity of practicality, maybe?
Horut, Magirl, Nofric, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Valar, Inquisitor. The Shaperate welcomes you to the deep roads.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
My ambassador briefed me, but now I hear there are still more quakes?
Each new tremor opens another fissure in the deep roads. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
Orzammar deals with darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition here in an entrance to the Deep Roads, where there's apparently earthquakes and darkspawn leaking out and it's a whole mess and we've got to go deal with it.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
Storm Coast Fissure. From this ridge, exposed sections of the deep roads are visible below. There's history in the rocks split by these quakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. You don't say.
An ogre!
I hate the deep roads.
I know, I know.
Just returning the favor.
If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
Okay, so I picked this area just because we had a bunch of areas we could go to, so I rolled a dice, essentially. I feel like this may be one of the harder areas to go to.
Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air. That's the broken seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
Well, this looks fun.
Someone prime the sonic fuses!
Okay, where are charges? Up here?
Now, set the charges!
I'm working on it! Dear God. Charges are set. Now I'm gonna take my time looting. And we're good. Yeah? Woohoo! Now what? There's a camp we can set up here, yeah?
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that. Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thetis to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
For such a small group, your people have held up well.
The Quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
Take cover!
Under what?
You heard that, yes. The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity, but now? The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzammar's memories.
Which tells you something.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense. And Volta's better than most. She never gets lost.
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Expeditions able to complete unique Inquisition operations called expeditions found in this area in the Deep Roads. Expeditions do not appear on the war table in Skyhold. Oh, so we have a whole other frontier to worry about now. Inquisition's efforts to the Deep Roads would greatly benefit from additional logistical support at the main Legion of the Dead camp. Additional crafting tables can be constructed and a quartermaster brought to offer basic goods and services. Yes, please. Let's do that now, Cullen. I assume they'll probably end up unlocking more stuff as we go through it and map it out, I guess. Crafting materials. Oh yeah, we have a crafting station set up. Nice! So let me handle level ups real quick, make sure my inventory's somewhat cleared out. Yeah, it's kind of alright. And we'll continue. Alright, and I guess we're heading this way, yeah? Take the lift into the Deep Roads. Let's go!
I hope we don't run into an emissary.
Oh. Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad.
Most darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent and use magic.
Okay, so what do we have going on down here? Rashvine. We found Rashvine before? Oh, that's fun.
Shrieks. It had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be used to all kinds of darkspawn.
Got your favorites.
They don't seem as annoying as they were in Origins, so that's fun. Torn page from a journal. Stone-bodied Kalk, they chanted. Their grubby fingers pushed my face into the ground, scraped the flesh from my ears, or spilled blood. Two thumbs made black spots in my vision. Their voices were loud, so loud. But I hear her the loudest, the stone. When they left me in the quiet dark, she remained. Her soft lullaby told me of a way I could return, a song of my own. Filled with mother's love, I gathered singing stone by hand. They said it would poison me, but mother would never do that. Not to her son. Within the melody are secrets meant only for me.
This belonged to an exiled dwarf. He was experimenting with raw lyrium.
Proud of Alpha, the words "let them eat steak" are etched into the side of this well-worn tankard.
This door, there's something strange about it.
Scorched
Looks like
ancient
our
gears.
construction, but
It's missing gears.
we have to find them. It's our only way through.
These emissaries look a lot more elven than they used to.
That gear will fit the door. Keep an eye out for others.
Why'd I turn off the light? Hello? Oh, is there a puzzle here I need to... Sure. I don't know what the puzzle was or how I solved it. Okay, so what else is happening out here? Another stone gear.
This gear is warm to the touch. Strange.
I don't recognize that metal. But we should only need one more.
Deep stalkers.
Ren, I'm sorry about Bernat. You served with him a long time.
It was quick. And Bernat returned to the stone with honor. We should all be so lucky.
It's all right to be upset.
I'm too old to be upset.
What's happening here?
What sod is that?
Blood spider page from a journal. The song is soft but hard to crack. I hear the words. I can even taste them, but I cannot say them. Maybe Mother needs me to remove my teeth. What? The Builder's Towers. Words on every page of the book have been crossed out. Spidery scribbled notes fill the margins. The Builder's Tower is such an old game, not just for children, no. Big cannot cover small, left moves right, piece by piece. They'll never know. They'll never find out what happens when the towers move. I found it, but I have no need of it anymore. Okay.
Only a lyrium-addled mind would hide secrets behind such madness.
Solved it. Woo! And two tonics, nice. Embryonic arms, nice. So we unlocked the... Did we unlock an exhibition here? There's something
Did that messenger who came
here.
through camp have any news about Orzammar? The food shortage?
More riots. There's unrest from Dust Town to the Diamond Quarters.
Can't have the Deep Lords going hungry.
I made sure your mother and brother are safe.
That wasn't necessary.
You're welcome.
Is this like the, yeah. The destructible stuff inside, when we were evacuating people from Haven. Thought they looked a little bit oddly colored. Yay! Alright. I found a thing. Wrathblood. Apparently Mug once belonged to someone named Amrun. Is that a reference I'm supposed to get? Because I don't. Did I not find the last gear? Oh. Oh, I'm dumb.
We
Okay.
have enough of these odd gears. Let's head back to the door.
Elaborate hand-carved stamps form the smudged ink letters of this parchment into a symmetrical pattern. I obey the Creator. My tasks are clear. Commands will be fulfilled. Barriers, divisions to conquer, mazes, prisons to redeem, carvings, wounds to heal. My thief-sacred duties I must not fail. Doubt is my companion. Write down the questions, hope to learn answers. Who weaves the sigil? What does it summon? How does it trigger? The Creator knows everything, but still I ask, why am I chosen? Okay, is that supposed to make sense down the line?
It's open.
Open, say
Keep
me?
any gears we find. We may need more. And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here. Another strange door. Who put these here? And why?
Some of the hand-stamped ink letters on this parchment are hastily smeared over each other. Only the following words are legible. The Creator provides tools. Burning wheels lower gauge. Burning wheels lower gates. I break the lines. Forge the broken seal. Block the way behind. Claws raking the door. Scatter all the keys. What trails my steps? Does it not matter? There is only forwards.
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way.
Well,
Though
too
I am
bad. Already
curious
opening
to
it.
see the other side.
You always are.
And it's
That
rubble.
scar on your nose is new.
Yeah. Fell out of bed.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too.
Oh, look, a revenant. I might have to swap out my frost staff for a different element, because it seems like things are going to be resistant down here. Anyways. So Shrieks and Revenants, not as terrifying as they were in Origins. Warden Elise's diary. Never had a diary before. The warden's kept me too busy, but now I'm dying and there's no one to talk to. I'm alone with the music in my head growing louder. I always wondered how wardens knew when they heard the calling. I asked Liam once after too many drinks. You'll know, he said, and I did. At first it was just a whisper, a creak in the door hinge I could put off oiling. But soon all I could hear was the music. It was there when I swung my staff and wiped the sweat from my brow. It lingered in Liam's laughter and stalked my dreams. I can't explain the sounds, the song. But I knew. It's a poison that grows in the mind that consumes the body. I came here to die, in death's sacrifice, but I won't go quietly. I cut through the darkspawn horde, expecting to find only more of them the deeper I traveled. But nothing has matched my expectations. Deep roads brought to mind darkspawn, dwarven ruins, caverns, and death. But there's an entire underground world here. Just today I came across plants with lyrium-streaked veins. I took a bath in a lake that held crisp, fresh water and cautious animals, large and small, that I'd never seen before. I can't be the first warden to witness such wonders. I was distracted by the curiosities yesterday. Was it yesterday? I let my guard down, got comfortable. Easy to do when you know death is inevitable. But then I stumbled across something horrible. I smelled it before I saw it. Bodies. Hurlocks, Genlocks, creatures I didn't recognize. Hundreds of them. Mutilated, tortured, and thrown into pits. I ran. Didn't see the hole. Can't move my legs. Look like they should hurt, but I can't feel it. The music is too loud. The hunger is too strong. I can still crawl. I don't want to die like this. Okay, fist-licking rock formations on a ruined bridge. Go down there. Okay, got it.
This Grey Warden had a map. Could be important.
Okay. Is that supposed to be the Revenant we were fighting? Let's see if this fire staff does better for us for now.
Darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous, even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
2.
I have. It was quite the battle.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Careful, Ren. I believe you're drooling.
Oh, look, spiders. Hello? This looks ominous. That's concerning. Okay. Oh, there's a gear. Any other gears? Hiding in places I probably shouldn't stick my hands? Who wants a side of tetanus with their 3rd-degree burns, right?
There's nothing left of them. Can't even tell who they were.
I'm sorry, Ren.
You join the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the darkspawn defiled these soldiers. They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
There must be some way to lay them to rest with honor.
We can burn the remains.
Aye. That's all we can do.
You could lift their helmets. That might help you recognize them. Couldn't put the time in for mutilated assets. That I understand. It's fine.
Look at that, Ren. Could this be Hedron?
Darkspawn all over it. You can see their torches.
We're getting close to something.
Aye. The fight of our lives.
Oh, that sounds fun. Landmark. A letter to merchant Levnog, predating the First Blight. Levnog. More of the brand refused to make the journey to Hedron Tig. Rumors of the incident has spread, and no amount of coin or beatings could persuade them. I asked Miner Vasov to send a Sana shipment with his own crew, but they have yet to receive a reply. I inquired if anyone else has heard from our Hedron contacts. Nothing. I worry that it has something to do with those creatures that wear the faces of the dead. Apparently the king himself is leading a troop of warriors to check the situation. Needless to say, the shipment will be late. I just hope it arrives at all. Jotun. That's interesting, getting a bit of a glimpse into the rise of the first darkspawn, the first blight and all that. Is there a checkpoint anytime soon? That'd be fun. I'm running out of time. Supply cache. One more level, let's go! I'd imagine there'd be, like, you know, other camps and checkpoints going through.
Fighting darkspawn. Their blood's poison.
Thanks for the warning.
There was this Carter boy, Vaughn, who joined the Legion around the same time I did. Fast with daggers. Could poke 50 holes in a hurlock before the Blighter knew what happened. Daggers are messy. Vaughn swallowed some spatter. Took him 3 days to die.
We need to work on your stories, Grizzly.
So there's got to be checkpoints along this,
Lost a
because
good soldier in the roads once. She fell down a hole. Found her 3 days later.
He loves this story.
She spent a whole day telling us all the strange things she saw while lost. A golden longboat floating in the air. Packs of hairless children hunting nugs. A giant skeleton on a throne.
Was it true?
Never found out. She woke up the next day. Couldn't remember any of it.
Okay. Anyway, there's got to be like other checkpoints and camps and stuff, because I get the feeling like we're barely scratched the surface in what to do down here, given the expedition table and all that. And there's an entire other zone we haven't seen yet. But we're coming up on another, like, named area, the Hadron, I forget what they said. Hadron? Let's go with Hadron. The Hadron Tide. Wasn't that a supply cache here? So hopefully there'll be a camp we can make somewhere? And then in between
episodes
episodes...
on the Grey Warden's map. Time to look around.
Is it? Does it? I guess that was the bridge thing. I didn't even notice it. What was I saying? Anyways, between episodes, I'll have I'll do the expedition war table stuff. See what that unlocks for us. Hello? There's gotta be a way around then. Oh, hello. This might be a terrible idea. Level 21 sword, nice. I get the feeling I probably should have done this a little bit later, but sure. I'll take the upgrades. If it's giving us level 20 stuff, then I'm a little bit concerned for what they expect us to fight towards the end of this. I don't know, we'll handle it, maybe. Okay, a couple different places we can go.
Here's something.
These hand-stamped smudged ink letters are barely legible, overlapping each other in tight spirals on the parchment. Redemption should follow sacrifice. The Creator promised me. I end without hope. Every command, lie. Each task, a trap. Divided, I am conquered. The sigil breaks me. Was this the right way? Why was there a quest marker there?
A lost caravan. It may have been down here for centuries. I wonder if anything's left. These goods are amazingly well preserved.
Okay, well, it wasn't the right way to go, but yay. Do we have enough to handle this door? Gates of Segramar. The words on this stone parchment are handwritten in ink rusty as dried blood. Terrible to sacrifice one's own child with a lie. I prayed on perfectly trusting fate, but how could I explain my desperation? The deep roads wind in deceitful spirals, concealing the sigil from casual observance. I could not discern its true pattern until I stood in the fade and gazed down upon the vast malevolent engraving. Its artist remained unknown, but its horrifying intent is well too clear. As was my necessity. I only wish it had not cost you, my only child. I could not build the locked barriers that would carve the marks and break the sigil. You alone could save us all, but only by destroying yourself, and I let you do it, forgive me. The rest of the text is illegible scratches, the lines and swirls from a disturbing pattern as if stared at too long. So the sigil is... Did I read that correctly? Is the sigil like a massive like interconnection of like pathways and stuff? Like a... I don't know, if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, I forget if it's... I think it was Brotherhood? Where like Sloth dug a circle underneath the country. Something like that. So what would you need to bind with that large of a sigil?
I almost lost my leg to a hurlock a few years back. Left a nasty scar.
How'd you get away?
Kicked her with the other leg. Seriously, keep your guard up. Don't use your tongue as jewelry.
I'll remember that.
Okay, that looks like the way I'm supposed to go. So what's... Oh, there's another path up here also. A checkpoint anytime would be nice. Is this back in the... This... Okay. We could have just not opened that door. Okay. Anyways, there's something else back here. Look at all these gears.
I heard the hero of Ferelden came down here during the Blight.
Cardall met the Warden, but I never had the pleasure.
You often see Grey Wardens.
From time to time. They're a good bunch. Tough in a fight. Fearless.
There's no shortage of loot down here. Kolg's journal, crumpled page from her journal. Mother holds me when I sleep, warm, so warm. Her rhythm flows through my throat, burning until the miners and their fat, cruel hands are a distant memory. Kolg's memory. I am the sun. The words come in waves. I will drown in them for her.
More on the lyrium experiments. Looks like his results were inconclusive.
Okay. Okay, another thing for the war table in between episodes. I can only assume these are going to be like attempts to like repair and get around some of the more dilapidated portions of this. Because it looks neat, but I also kind of want to get to those places, and I feel like that would be the way to do it. Brandon's custom mix. The mug bears the inscription, 5 minutes here is 15 minutes there. That looks pathable. Is there something the other way I could have... Hello? Jesus! Okay, so I guess there's a way to path over that way.
Careful! That was a big one.
We need to go deeper.
Only way down from here is falling. Not keen on that.
I'd also like to avoid falling if we're counting votes.
There has to be another way.
Nah, I'm gonna just jump down. There we go. It's a good thing these gears are all over the bloody place. Okay. We did something. Hey guys, what's happening over here? that led up through the other way. There we go. They were just in that tunnel I didn't go through. Also, how is there a nest nearby if the darkspawn are here? Like, how are they operating this door? Wait, we're gonna have to fight a broodmother? Oh, Jesus. Hello? What? How is this a thing? There we go. Oh, I'm dead.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Jesus, that took way longer than it should have. Just at level 18 though, so they're around my level range, so if I'm okay to be here? Yeah? Oh my god, that was a lot. And look, a checkpoint, finally. I died like 5 times during going up to the ogres, so... Okay, this is a great place to end the episode, I think.
That's the last of those, darkspawn. Legion's in your debt, Inquisitor.
Look at this, Ren. It's ancient. Maybe 1,000 years old.
Any idea who built it, or why?
This Tig is on top of a lyrium mine. According to the memories, the mine was destroyed by some unexplained disaster. The miners must have used this lift to reach the lower levels.
But we're not using it, right?
If there is a Titan causing earthquakes, it's down there.
I found this book with the emissary. The pages are mostly ruined, but a few are readable. See this line? I awoke to the singing stone. Our kingdom trembled at the Titan's hymn.
That reference to singing stone. I've been told that raw lyrium has a sound.
A hum. The mining cast follows it to find lyrium veins. They say it's the stone calling to them.
Perhaps it wasn't chance that the quakes destroyed lyrium mines. Is it possible the darkspawn or their emissary could also hear the song?
The stone would never call to those vile things. But that doesn't mean they can't hear her.
Darkspawn live and die by the blight. They don't care for much else.
I didn't realize you knew so much about darkspawn motives.
Not everything's a mystery, Volta. Some things are exactly as they appear.
And some things are not.
How can we be sure what the book says is true?
We shouldn't force connections that don't exist.
Perhaps this will change your mind. Look here. It's the royal seal of Orzammar Garal.
King Orzammar Garal? That book belonged to a paragon? Maybe you are onto something, Volta.
Of course you'd take a dead man's word over mine. Always the traditionalist.
Hey, challenging tradition lost you a cushy position in Orzammar.
Does a king's book mean that much to you, Ren?
Paragons are the best of our people. They don't hand that title out to just anyone. Not even a king. Knowing it was Garal's book from the start would have saved us an argument.
As if you'd ever avoid an argument.
What does he mean you lost your position? I thought you were a Shaper.
Not all Shapers have the same duties. Mine were adjusted. When my superiors ordered me to remove an official record from the memories, I declined. We decided it would be best if I served the Shaperate here, finding history instead of recording it.
That record must have been important, to risk your position over it.
It was trivial, actually. A childhood friend of King Balin had ancestral ties to the Carta. But the truth is the truth, no matter how political it may be.
The Shaperate can erase official records. Aren't the memories permanent?
Sometimes erasing records is standard procedure. If a dwarf becomes castless, they're struck from the memories. But I was asked to change a fact that someone important merely found inconvenient.
If the Shaperate is willing to erase memories, what would prevent them from covering up the existence of Titans?
Why would they do that?
Because someone in power demanded it.
What you did and why is none of my concern.
I'm sorry I brought it up. The earthquakes are what matters. I don't know where this lift leads, but we're about to find out the hard way. Get ready.
Okay, so with that, I've got a... I'm gonna have to just call the episode here. So we're gonna continue with going deeper into the roads. Are you guys okay? You good? Okay. We're gonna head deeper into the deep roads next episode. So until then, my name's been Tocho. Remember, leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.